Hi guys, so we've been pretty busy in the shop getting some things done, man. It's been nonstop. You know, we got this Pan American race we're trying to get ready for. I got a bunch of customer stuff that needs to get done. So in saying that, Starlet is tore apart. We got everything out, got the motor out, and I want to clarify something real quick. So on some of our other social media posts on Instagram and Facebook, you know, I put up, you know, some quick clips of the motor coming out and things like that, and a lot of people are like, oh, you know, why is the motor out, what happened to it? Guys, if you have a race car and if you follow what we've done for a really long time, you cannot leave a motor in a car and continuously race it. And this is not a street car. So I know in a perfect world it's not easy to have multiple engines. We have built up to this point and it's taken a long time, but we finally got to a comfortable spot where we have other engines, you know. So when you're preparing for a race, the last thing you want to do is take a motor that has, you know, I don't know, 40 runs on it, and how do you know if something's going to happen to it? You just close your eyes and go up to a race and let's say, you know, oh God, I hope this thing makes it through this event, or let's wait and see if it spits a head gasket or if it's wearing out bearings. Or, you know, when you run methanol or ethanol fuels, a lot of oil contamination that gets down in the oil, so we're constantly changing oils. You don't know the lifespan of the bearings, you know, so you have to get in there and look at things, which is why we take the motors out, we observe them, you know, so we tend to look at stuff, see how the rings are going, you know, just a lot of stuff. I mean, you gotta stay on top of it. You know, if you're gonna be competitive and you want to go to an event and compete and pray that you don't have issues or have spare motors to go to the event if in case something does happen, because you're always pushing the motor anyways, you know, you have to have spare parts. That's just how it is in the race car world. You know, I know it's not that easy to have a couple engines for a lot of you guys out there, but like I said, we've built it up over the years to make sure that we accumulate parts to make sure that we do have spare parts, because it's the only way to try and compete, you know. So in saying that, here is the engine that came out of the car. So this is the motor that's been in there since last October. I mean, the motor looks great. It had no head gasket issues. You could see here where you get some corrosion because that's where the water runs. Even though we have a fully cemented block, water still runs in this area, and that's where you see kind of these rust marks, you know. So head gasket did an awesome job sealing. We do run a gas ported piston here. The other motor does not have a gas ported piston, but if you look at the cylinder walls, they look a little crappy, and that's just from the methanol ethanol fuels that have a lot of water contamination in them. When the motor sits, you get a lot of rusty, crappy looking cylinders. So this is why I'm saying you have to tear things into it. You want to observe what's happening and just know that you gotta stay on top of these things, you know. So in doing that, I get to look at the clutch. The clutch looks good also. So they're two identical engines. These are actually steel rod motors. This motor has a set of Carrillo rods in it. That engine has a set of HD powder rods in it. And in saying that, we have, which I showed this in my other videos, this is going to be motor number 3. Got these spark plug wires in the way. So the plan is put this in for the Pan American. After the Pan American race, however many runs we do over there, come back, take off the small turbo, get the big turbo in the car, and maybe do some testing with that right before the big races at the end of the year for October, which is the Sport Compact, you know, challenge, maybe FL2K. This engine will go in the car. So when we get this built, we'll take that out, and then we'll have spares come, you know, the end of the year. And the end of the year kicks off real hard, because if we're going to decide if we do FL2K, Sport Compact World Challenge, and then you have World Cup. So in saying that, when we put this engine in, I doubt we'll run this motor for FL2K, Sport Compact Challenge, and Maryland, maybe. What we'll probably do is definitely run it for 2 events, take it back out, have one of these freshened up, ready to go, and then swap one of these for Maryland. In a perfect world, that's going to be the best way to do it. So enough talking about that. I just wanted to clarify that. But we are dressing this thing up, so I'm taking everything off of here, putting it on there, and I need to get the oil pan off of here, the motor mount. So we're going to do that and get this thing hopefully in the car. All right, guys, I kind of jumped ahead here kind of quick. I didn't show you guys the block in the car, but I kind of went ahead and did it all anyways. Just thrashing, trying to get this thing done, man. We're backed up against the wall here with time, and we got to get this thing finished up. So the motor's in, dry sump pump is on, belt's all tight, head's on, torqued, ready to go. I did check the lash on this cam just to be sure it's what I wanted. Next, I'm going to check the intake side, and then from there, I'm going to keep assembling. So even after all this, I still need to get the transmission out of the car. I need to change a second gear slider and get that done, just so we know we have a good second gear. We don't got to worry about that. So yeah, everything's pretty much finished up here. Heads on, just all the little things. Got to get the intake on. Not too much stuff to do. It just takes a little bit of time. Get all the oil lines on, bunch of oil lines, and get it all finalized. Here you can see the old motor. You got the billet crank. It's got Carrillo rods, HD rods, you know, ARP main studs, of course, Clutch Masters flywheel. So yeah, man, gonna keep getting this thing finished up and hopefully started in here the next couple weeks. Got this thing fired up. Like I said, got to get the trans out, so that's gonna slow me down a little bit. But so we are about 90% finished here. I got this thing pretty much all wrapped up. Double checked everything. Got to put spark plug wires in, tighten up the plugs, check the gap there. I have to put this last intercooler charge pipe on. I haven't done that yet because the pipe in the car is actually off because we got the transmission. We got the transmission out. So transmission is over here, all apart, as you can see. Which, good thing I did take this thing apart, because I noticed, check this out, had a bad transmission mount. So we got a new transmission mount for it to get that in. We are changing second gear slider. We already got that in as well. You can see the trans is apart here. This is actually first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, reverse. So just gonna put that slider on, get the tranny all back together. We were also doing a four-link change in here, which we got done already. We're actually gonna put these shocks on. These are the old Strange shocks to travel to the race we're gonna be heading to. So we'll put these on, and we have the other shocks off the car. When we get there, we will bolt them on as well. So you can see sway bar, shock sensors, transmission. So yeah, guys, we are in the final stages of getting this thing back together. The boys actually come in real soon. Here are the other shocks. So we will take these with us. And again, man, we are close to getting this thing fired up. So next video will be this thing on the ground, fired up. We're probably gonna scale it, check that out, check a couple things out, bleed the brakes, make sure everything there is good, and see what we got. So stay tuned for the next video. I'll keep you guys updated. Get this thing fired up on the ground, and see what you can do, guys. All right, take it easy. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.